Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Good afternoon and welcome to Rangers Radio as we look forward to today's game as Rangers travel to take on Livingston in the Scottish Premiership. Joining myself, Robert, on the show this afternoon is our Old Bear. How you doing, Old Bear?
Not bad, Robert. How you doing yourself, pal?
I'm alright, and now, mate, if you ask me in 90 minutes, it might be a different answer.
That's true, mate. It's definitely true. There's no doubt about that, mate. Anyway, we'll keep a good mood going as long as we can, mate.
We've not kicked off yet, so it's a positive. It's like we've not kicked off yet, mate.
That's true, mate. Let's keep it like this, if only. Anyway.
How are you? Anyway, what are you thinking of today's game? Obviously, tough task away to Livy on that artificial pitch. How do you think it'll go? And then I'll just get that team news for you, mate, as you asked for.
Unfortunately, mate, fortunately, we know how Livingston will set up. We know what they're going to do. They do it all the time. There's nothing new. They're going to try and bully us. They'll play a low block. They'll hit long balls up to their big striker who'll hold the ball up and cause trouble. It's just the same on a plastic pitch that we hate. I believe it's a new plastic pitch, but it's a plastic pitch even though it's new, if it is new, that is. And unfortunately, that's the bit I was going to get to. Unfortunately, we know exactly what we're going to do, and so does everybody else that plays us. So it's going to be non-interesting. It'll be turgid, slow, and crap as normal, mate. That's what we expect. That's what we're expecting. A pleasant surprise if it's not like that, mate. A real pleasant surprise if it turns out to be a decent performance for us, which I'm not holding my breath for.
That's a fair assessment, mate, again, based on coming off a midweek again. We've made 3 changes from the game from midweek. The team for today is Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Cornelius, Magoma, Raskin, Barron, Asgard, Gassama, Antman and Miofsky. On the bench, Kelly, Aarons, Rothwell, Chermiti, Diamondi, Bairami, Giga, Moore and Curtis. So the 3 changes are Diamondi, Moore and Chermiti drop to the bench, and comes Barron, Antman and Miofsky. Initial thoughts, mate?
The changes needed to be made. The Moore had to come out of the team. We know that. No harm to the young boy, but he's been garbage. He had to come out of the team. Diamondi, another one that has to come out of the team. He's not had a good season. It's been said before on the show, and we'll carry on saying it. He's not had a good season, mate. I think Asgard's shouldn't have been the team either. Or Asgard, whatever we call him. Boy, he's done nothing, completely nothing in a Rangers jersey, and he really needs to get the finger out. But the defence, you can hold your hands up and say, look, they're getting pulled all over the place. But that is tactics, mate. I'm putting that down to tactics. A lot of it tactics. Some of them might not be very good defenders, which is fair enough, but I'm putting it down to tactics, mate. They're getting asked to do crazy things, and they're getting caught and made to look very stupid. Very, very stupid. I don't think the wee boy at left back's a decent player, and he's going to go and have a great career, the wee boy. You can see he's got something about him. Big Cornelius is a Canadian international. His credentials there for all you see. He's a decent player as well. Suter's a bit of a donkey, right enough, but he's all right in a siege mentality, as everybody keeps saying. He is a defender. And Tab has had his day at Rangers, his quality days at Rangers. He comes up every now and again with a quality goal or something within a game, but overall, his time's up. It's just the way it is. No harm in the boy. Buckland's had an outstanding season so far. Let's hope that continues. So overall, I'm not surprised at the team. The forward line, you can't even say about the forward line because the forward line gets no service whatsoever. So we're still waiting to see them click into action with a decent midfield and a decent style of play that's actually going to get them involved in the games. as far as I'm concerned, they do more defending and running towards their own goal than they do ever running towards the opposition's goal. We never seem to get them running onto a ball, going forward towards the opposition's goal. It's always they're coming back, facing our goal, getting the ball and running back with the ball to our goal. It's crazy, mate. It's stupid, crazy football. But that's just the way football is these days. Sorry for giving you a long-winded answer there, mate.
No, it summed it up perfectly. I think you're right, especially when you look at the forward line. Majowski, even Chimiti midweek, not really had a look in, really. Again, they're not getting the service from the wide players, but the wide players are, as you're saying, they're coming back to get the ball, not running forward. It's like, I don't know for yourself, mate, Thursday night, example, we gave Gassama the ball, hoping that he would make something. Just out of hope. It would just seem to be relying on him quite a lot to get in that left and produce something, whether it's a cross ball or a shot at goal, which we can see him do, but it just seems that we're relying all hope on Gassama to create something, mate, and there's nothing else further doing that kind of final third. Defence is the defence, mate. I don't think there's any day there you can make changes. I know you're saying Tav's past his day, but I think we can agree that Aarons hasn't done enough to push Tav out of that position. Giga's looked rocky at times, a bit ropey. And Suter, as you say, you know what you're going to get with him. He'll fling his body in the line, but he's got a mistake in him. But I agree with your point, mate, that the tactics that the instructions they've been given. I mean, Thursday night, you go back to the goal. I don't want to kind of dwell too much on Thursday, but you go to the goal, mate. We're down to 10 men, and your whole right side of defence is 3/4 of the way up the park, and they just expose that so much. But that's on tactics, mate. That's not personnel. That's absolute tactics. It's mind-boggling, and you can't be doing that in a European game. Never mind any game itself, but. I'm hoping when you said there, mate, about the pitch, I'm hoping that we actually move the ball quicker because it's AstroTurf. The ball's meant to move a lot quicker. So I'm hoping that we do get the ball down and we play some nice football and get forward. But on the basis of what we've seen, mate, it's hard to think that's going to be the way.
Well, we've got a bowling green at Ibrox and they can't play football in that, so there's no much chance they're going to do it in the plastic. But man, I get you. You're all grasping at straws, mate. Everyone is. And we're trying to think of positive to throw into the mix, but there's nothing there. But just touching on Thursday night, I mean, I've got to say, I mean, everybody's thinking I'm a Martin fan and want to keep him for this, that, and the next reason. All I keep saying is we can't keep changing man. That's all I keep saying, mate. And I mean this in an overall situation for the club. We can't keep doing it. It's madness. The trouble is, we've now got a manager and total clown in charge now, and we've settled on this to decide that we're not changing managers. It should have been decided 4 or 5 managers ago, mate, that we're not changing managers all the time, but it didn't. It's now we've landed on this clown who's not got a clue what he's doing. He's an absolute bomb scare, but he's sitting there. Now, the proof of the pudding's in the eating, mate. Every time we get into a difficult in a game, the last 10 minutes of a game, he just starts throwing players on. So his tactics, not his so-called wonderful football, it goes right out the window, mate. It just goes out the window. He just keeps firing players on. It's just throw it at the wall and see what sticks. Hopefully this works. As you said, just hoping that Gazma's gone to days, hoping that somebody's going to pull him out of fire. And then the 10 man, they get down to 10 men. I mean, I don't know, mate. Somebody came out with a good point with one of the points. I don't know what it was, but somebody had said that a lot of the times when professional teams will tell you, when a team goes down to 10 men, they can become very dangerous and very difficult to beat. No us, mate. What he done there on Thursday night, we down to 10 men, it's just bordering on insanity, mate. Criminal. It's somebody that's no fit for purpose because he's gone. We start doing the same tactics, we're doing to whatever we were 11 men, and then we keep doing the same tactics, we're down to 10 men. You're saying, well, they've now got a man more to do a press. They're already in tapias, they're already missed chances galore. We're down to 10 men, you carry on doing the same thing. Now they've got one more extra man now to do a heavier press, for want of a better terminology. Now they've got, let's say they're pressing with 3 or 4 players. They're not pressing with 5 players. If it was 5 players, they're now pressing with 6 players. And we can't do anything about it. But what we doing? Oh, we'll push everybody up the park. We can't get the ball up the park. We can't even get the ball up there. We've got 11 men on the park. We can't get it up. And all of a sudden, we're going to do it with 10 men. So that the point I'm trying to make, I'm labouring it, but the point I'm trying to make is that he's not got a clue. He's no experience in Europe. He has not got a clue in Europe. Not a clue. And I'm telling you right now, there's another heavy defeat in the post. It's coming again. Because this clown doesn't know what he's doing. He's just Disney. He's no idea of how to sort a team out just in a normal game. And that Genk, let's be honest about it. Fair play to them. There's some nice players, especially in the midfield. There's some nice players, and that wee fullback was a wee firebrand. But they're not the best team we've ever played in Europe. By nowhere near it, mate. They're not the best team we've ever played in Europe. They're just a what do you call it? Competent team, basically. And they just made us look ridiculously easy to play against, as most teams do. I expect Livingston to show you how ridiculously easy it is to play against us. And I expect Livingston to have at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6 chances a day. And you'll guarantee he'll take one. They'll guarantee it. And if he gets an early goal today, you know what's happening. Shut up time. And we've not got the players to break that down. We've just no, especially in the midfield. There's no craft and there's no creativity coming for the midfield. It's on the wings. And you know yourself, I've known it since time immemorial. So everyone's thinking the wingers are the easiest things to close down. 2 or 3, just double up on them. Germans have been doing it for years. The Italians have been doing it for years. When you've got tricky wingers, way back in the day in the 60s, when we had real tricky wingers, just close down with the doubling up. It's the easiest thing, but we're relying on them to be our creativity. But yet we don't give them the ball at the right time. If you looked at the game on Thursday, Ant-Man twice went long. He runs to get the ball over the top of the fullback, and Tab didn't do it. Why? It's not Tab's fault. It's instructions. He's not allowed to do it. Don't hit long balls. And it was screaming out for a long, hit the long ball with the fullback, saying, let Ant-Man run, let him go. No, we're not doing that. And this is just stupidity. I can't say any more than what it is. It's just stupidity. It's a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm not blaming the players for that. But in my opinion, we're a bad team getting coached by a very bad coach. That's why I see, mate. That's where we're a bad team. There's no getting away from that, mate. We are a bad team. And coached by a very bad coach. And actually, is an imposter, actually.
Aye, you're right, mate. Go back to Thursday, Genk, for me, we're a bang average side, and well, very fortunate to come away with a 1-0 defeat. I think if that was a more clinical striker than they had in O and a more dominant European team, mate, it would have been another cricket score. And I think you're right, there is a result coming if we keep playing like that. But there's people joining us all the time, mate. I'll go through the team again, and then we'll get the phone lines opened. So today's team is Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Cornelius, Magoma, Raskin, Barron, Asgard, Gesama, Antman, and Majowski. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, come join us, give us your thoughts, let us know your thoughts on the team, how today's going to go, what's your expectations, what you're looking for. I think we're on agreement. Ultimately, we're looking for a win today and nothing less. To use Bridgman's famous quote, it's the biggest game of the season. And rightly so, you look at the table, and it starts to get worrying if you don't pick up points today, mate. And when I say points, I mean 3, not 1.
Well, the result went yesterday again with that mob across the city, right? So you're sitting going, right, but recent seasons we don't capitalise on it. When they make that mistake, we don't capitalise. That's normal. That's just what happens. But now Hearts are in the mix. The Hearts done it. Hearts won 3-0 yesterday. You're sitting saying that's the way you do it. They drop points, you gain points and goal difference at the same time. You know what I mean, so that's the way you do it. You go and challenge for leagues and hopefully keep it going all season and win leagues. That's what happens, mate. But what we do is usually drop points. Straight after they drop points, we drop points. And that's, hey, let's be honest, Robert, we see that can happen in the day. I'm not going to sit here and kid on the block. We'll go there and run the aisle tap at Livingston. We've never done it in the past, and I don't see us doing it now, especially with this team. We want it to happen, and we need 3 points today. Do we definitely need 3 points today? There's no doubt about that. You're right about that. But are we going to get it? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Aye. Oh, yeah. We'll come on off the game, obviously, mate. But I think sitting here just now, we wouldn't be surprised if they come on and we've got another drop points. Again, that's only based on what we're seeing, and we can only critique the games, the performances, and where we're sitting. There's no positive. You were at the game on Thursday night, mate. The atmosphere was absolute flat. today, I'd imagine it'd be the exact same. If Livingston get an early goal, mate, you know exactly how the crowd's going to respond. And again, your hope, it's just all hope right now, Albert. It's hope that the players can give us something to kind of thrive on. Normal circumstances, mate, the fans give the players something. Well, these players now need to give us something. But that's what it come from the management side, and there's been no evidence of that yet.
I mean, he's been saying, "Oh, the fans, we feed off the fans, and the fans feed off us." Blah blah. What comes first, the chicken or the egg, Kerry? No, I mean, it's we're sitting there watching this in the stands, and we see what's happening. We were, as the old saying's going, your eyes don't lie. We're seeing what's happening. He sees what's happening, but he's got his head in the clouds. He's trying to gaslight you and tell you what you're not seeing. Clement tried a bit of it as well, trying to tell you something that's happening that you're not seeing. Or you're saying, well, it's there, boss. See what's happening. You can't lie to us. You can't sit there gaslight away and tell us what we're seeing. He's a bit like that, you know. But I don't know, Robert. I'm looking at that. I know people will be sitting listening. They're going, "Oh, too used to cheer up and start talking positive and all that." I'd love to sit and talk positive, mate. I can't sit here and honestly say this is a good team, a good Rangers team I'm watching. This is a very, 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 not even average, poor Rangers team with a poor Rangers coach or manager, whatever you want to call him. I don't know what the correct terminology is, but whatever you want to call him, he's poor at it. So I don't know. I don't know, mate. I really, really don't know. I can't think of a positive thing to say apart from the keeper. Well, yeah, there's a positive. Butland's having a good season so far, mate. He's. It sounds ridiculous when we're sitting at the table and all that, but he's actually kept his some really bad hammers. We got a bad hammer with Bruges, but there could have been a lot more, mate. And that, by the way, just a wee quick one. That 11th place we are sitting at the table. That is where we deserve to be sitting. There's no doubt about it. That's where we deserve. We're sitting in the right position in the table for the draws we're serving up with the supporters. There's no doubt about that, mate.
Absolutely agree. It's bad days, mate, when you're saying this early on in the season that your goalkeeper's your best player. At Rangers, you should never really mention your goalkeeper unless it's a big important game. But every game this season has been important for us because, as you say, we've been on the end of almost embarrassing scorelines, dropped points, getting draws because he's kept us in it. And as much as you're saying, I hope it continues, I hope he's less involved going forward, but that can only come from the players in front of him and giving us something. I mean, you look at Livy, they've played 2 home games this season, mate. 1-1, lost 1. Scored 4 goals, conceded 3. They'll set up, as you said, they'll be physical. They'll set normally a 4-5-1, playing the counter-attack. And as you say, they get the goal, they'll shut in. I looked at a few stats earlier on, mate, as well. There'll be a physical side, as we always know, that Livy can be. 15 fouls per match, and they've got the most yellow cards in the league with 20. So the man in the middle today, Mr. Beaton, I hope he's consistent, Albert.
No, well done. That isn't told today. They'll have 15 fouls and near yellow cards. Watch it today. It'll be everybody else, but no, it's not going to play Rangers now. We've got to say that. We've got to be fair to Martin on that one. He has not had the rub of the green or the blue. With these... What's happened there?
I think we've been joined by Carl.
I'm
Carl,
just put it on mute.
In the back, mate. Cheers, pal.
It's up. It's on. The mute's on the right.
Cheers, pal. How you doing? What's your thoughts for today, mate?
Oh, what's my thoughts on today? You want my thoughts on the whole season? Everybody was screaming, we need a rebuild. How many players did we get in?
14.
14?
Yeah.
14.
How many? 13?
14.
14. So, dear oh dear, have we upgraded or downgraded?
At the moment, downgraded.
There you are. The manager, I didn't like Clement either, but downgrade. But what gets worse for me, all these people that says, I mean, I don't get to games. I've not been to games for a few years anymore because I just can't physically do it. What we don't do walking away? What happened to that?
In terms of the fans, or?
That's been bin, mate. That's been bin long ago.
I know it's been bin long ago, but at the same time, you know, it's hard to support a team. I mean, every time I watch it, I bet them all the time to win. I can't no bet against Rangers. I'll bet them, but okay, cost me a couple of quid, but that doesn't matter. But just every time I hear, it's all negative. Well, you can't say there's anything positive, I'm sorry. But I'm hoping today we do something, not for his sake, for the fans' sake.
Albert.
100% agree with you there, Karen. I hope they get a result. I hope they get a performance. Well, first of all, the result. If you get a performance, that's a bonus. But a result for the fans, definitely, always for the fans, mate. The away fans, the home fans, all the fans, even the ones that don't want to go there, even the ones that go and commute and walk away. Everybody deserves it. That's because we've been. I mean, the thing with Martin and Stuart Needs and Thelwell, they don't understand that we've been going through this for over a decade now. This is not just, it's all happened in the last 4 to 8 weeks. It's over a 12-year, 13-year period, mate.
It's not just a decade, Albert. It's not just a decade. You can always remember. I can remember back. I went when there was practically nothing in the stadium. You could walk about and see your mate 400 years away when there was no seats. Remember that?
Oh,
you know.
But that answers your own question, mate. What happened with that? When that happened, what happened with Rangers then? They went out and done something about it. And that's what's going on now, mate. People are walking away and saying, well, have a look at it. I mean, Martin, Stuart and Thelwell are actually empty in Ibrox. Let's call it what it is. They're empty in Ibrox at the moment. And
I'll say that myself.
They're already 13,000, 14,000 fans doing it minimum per game, home game now. And it's going to get worse, mate. It's just going to get worse because we don't see any improvement. This is what all the supporters are going on about. There's no improvement. We don't see, we're just unlucky. Referees have been against us at times. We'll give you that. But it's not the fact that we're in 11th. That's not the reason we're in 11th place in the league, mate. That's no. So
because we're not performing.
Aye, well, at the end of the day, Carl, that's that. What other protests does the fans go up for other than walking away? They've tried their wee placards and shouting and bawling outside the front door. Nothing seems to work. So then, I don't believe in sacking managers anyway. I don't like it. I'd say they keep doing this. The real reason why we're in the situation we're in now, as a club, as a team, is we can't sign the correct quality players. That's the right reason. That's the real reason, mate. No matter what manager you get or coach in that dugout, a coach could make us a wee bit better. I could see that, but the quality of player is not what was required.
We'll never get that again. We'll never get that again because you down south or where I stay. You've got money coming in, but I watch sometimes the Premier League and I go, oh my God. All you need to be is Usain Bolt and Noah Boys Rune, because there's not a lot of skill involved as well down here. If you can run fast, you're a good football player.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the end of the day, if the days are Gascoigne or I'm not talking about that quality of player. They days are gone. They're well gone. They're not coming back again, mate. But you can get better quality players. And if we say we can't get better quality players, well, what's the point in this now? Are we happy with what we're doing? Are we happy to sit there with hearts in at the top of the league? Is this what we're saying? They can spend a couple of £1 million and all of a sudden get a better team in you. We're spending 20, 30, 40 million. How many millions over the last 10 years? And we can't get put a team on the park.
I know that, but that's recruitment, Albert. Look, I'll have to go. I have to go and change my roast in the oven. We're having picked for tea with Shamrock. Right, okay. Hey, let's do it. Let's just win. A wee bit of a performance. Just get it on for the boys that went to that game a day, you know. All right, bye. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Cal. He's right, Albert. He's right. The fans need something. We're obviously seeing the numbers at Ibrox drop. I mean, I looked at the attendance figures. Russell Martin's first competitive game was a Panathinaikos qualifier, and there was 49,000 odd at Ibrox. Compare that to Thursday night there, just under 38,000. That's a massive drop in space of, 6 weeks?
I mean, see, to be honest, Robert, I mean, everything that's been said about Martin's been said about Martin. And everything that, all the reasons to get him out are all there in plain view. They're all there. The trouble is, he's not going anywhere unless they say he's going somewhere. Right? So if it's money, it's money. If it's no money, if it's just we're sticking to this. Well, if we get right into the season, say you give him half a season or maybe give him the whole season, I don't know. But whatever we do with him, and we sit, say, if we end up in 11th place and fighting a relegation battle, that's crazy. But I'm telling you right now, if these teams all around about us start getting one win in every 3, we'll soon be in a relegation battle. And it sounds ridiculous saying it, but this is the facts of life, mate. And the reality is that we don't see us winning games. The Rangers fans don't see. We're no delusional and sitting going, we will win games. It'll all come good. We just don't see how it's going to come good because we don't see any tactical changes. But everything that's been said about him, it's been said about him. He's no like, he doesn't want, we don't want him here. Everybody wants him to. His tactics is crap. He doesn't know what he's doing. He hasn't a clue about Europe. Everything's there. The crowd's trapping. So that's it. Put it all aside and say, right, that's that there. We don't want. Now we're left with, well, we're playing Livingston today and we're supposed to try and talk this. You know, there's no way you can talk this up as a game. Even though we were playing well, we couldn't even talk this up as a game because it's just Livingston's one of the horrible teams and horrible pitches to go and play football in. So today, it's all about just winning the game, like every day, I suppose, but today especially, go and win the game. Do something, just give something to be, happy about. I mean, if we win this game, the crowd's not going to turn and all of a sudden say he's a brilliant coach, we want to keep him and all that. It's not. But just for Lorraine's sanity, we're going to win a game. I mean, he's not even won a back-to-back game as a Rangers manager. Come on, what's happening here? I mean, there's another reason to get rid of him. I'm saying don't mention it anymore because at the end of the day, he's got. But there you can't stop mentioning it because there's you keep finding other things and going, I forgot about this and I forgot about that. It's mad, mate. It's mad. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Being this, I don't know. I might be exaggerating it, but I don't feel I've seen this before as bad as this in my lifetime.
No, myself as well, mate. Obviously different generations, but from what I remember, I've never known it to be this flat, hostile, or toxic kind of elements coming into the stadium. I seen somebody mention on one of the kind of football shows the other night after the game. It was actually in America, and it shows you how far. Obviously, they've got to look in now with the owners and stuff, but they were saying that from an outside view, they've never known Rangers to look this flat since administration days in 2012. And it's hard to argue that, to be honest with you, mate. Really hard to argue with that. And another reason that we don't see ourselves winning games is they're not creating enough to go and score goals to win games. And that's just the facts that we can see.
Well, you've got to remember, since we come back up in the European runs, which have been superb, there is people coming to Ibrox just for the atmosphere. And it's not even get into the ground. If you remember the French reporters, they were standing out and circling the ground when the game was going on just to get the atmosphere, just to feel it and hear it. And they were all raving on about it. And you're going, we went for that to what I witnessed there on Thursday night. And Thursday night was a disgrace, mate. It's an absolute disgrace that it's got that low. I'm not blaming the fans in the slightest, mate. I don't blame you. It's very hard to get excited about watching this team because they're slow. They're turgid. They've got a clue. They're not good enough. Let's be honest about it. I mean, we're talking about we need to put Barn in the midfield and that'll G up and all that. You're going, well, will it? Will it really? He'll run about. The boy will give 10 out of 10 for effort. The boy will give you the effort, but will he give you any quality? Very little. Very, very doubtful, mate. Very, very doubtful. And Raskin, he just wants to be the guy, the best player in the team, the guy used to him in the playground, the best. Give me the ball. I want the ball in every situation. I want to do everybody's job. He just runs about like a demented dwarf. No, you're going, well, Martin had says to him, less is more. I can see what he's saying to him. Look, calm down. Let other people do their jobs within the team and you just do your job and everything will be fine. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to run about crazy. Like he done against Hibs and he had a good game and he scored the goal and we won the game. So that in itself justifies for what he's doing. But then you look at him against Genk. I mean, he's just wasn't in the game at all. I mean, Genk just seen, he stop Rangers. And this is what happens when you're a one-trick pony. And Rangers are a one-trick pony when it comes to Raskin. If he doesn't play well, we don't play well. That's it. And there is no other player or players to take over for what he's doing. But there you go. That's just what it is, mate. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just that's the way it is. But here, let's hope. And as you said earlier on yourself, Robert, let's hope we get a victory today.
We obviously get the victory last week against Hibs in the Cup. And from there, mate, I thought that could have been a springboard. Again, more hope than than anything else that they could have went into Thursday night on a game that was, in my opinion, a realistic game of winning to kickstart the European campaign with 3 points. It fell flat. There was no consistency. There seemed to be a lack of energy. I know the red card was a bit of an impact in the game, but as you said earlier, mate, we didn't look any worse off with 10 than we did with 11. And that's my worry again today, that we've had a win and there seemed to be no response, no reaction of confidence. We're now coming back into the league campaign. We know where we're sitting, we know how the table looks, and we're on the back of another defeat. If we can't get motivated as supporters for a game like this, how are the players getting motivated? Because I don't see any motivation coming from that sideline.
Well, there isn't any motivation, you're right. I seen him on Thursday jumping up and down and waving his arms about something, but don't ask me what he was trying to get, the message he was trying to get out of the players, because I don't know, because I don't even think any of the players were looking at him to take information on. But I don't know. The one thing he needs to do, mate, and let's stop lagging him off and just say, right, the one thing you need to do, Martin, is sort your defence out. 87 chances. They heard the boys talking about it the other night in one of the shows. 87 chances in the 4 or 5 European games. I mean, that is crazy, mate. That is just crazy. And you're talking out of the chances, there's probably a fair portion of them, a large portion of them, is real chances, no half chances, real chances that, look, Genk had about 4 real sitters they missed, mate. Real sitters. And you're saying that you can't do this. So sort the defence out. But he doesn't, according to what people have been saying, that he's done this with Southampton and any other club. He's no big on defending. That's no his thing. He's at the end of the day, you've got to be big on defending, because if you're not winning it. That's another problem, mate. Just a wee sidetrack. I don't think even us playing well in his system, which nobody understands, but playing well, I don't think that's good enough to win a league, even playing it well. That's the big problem I've got with it. Big problem.
Oh, Bear, take a breath.
Afternoon, Davey. How are you?
Aye, Robert, I am fine. Actually, I've got to look at always looking the bright side. How you doing, old Bear? All right?
Good, pal. How are you?
Good. I was talking to LC side this morning. He's away at Livingston with his head sort of round about his ankles, I think. He's out in the sky, you know. But getting back to this, what I would say, a debacle. I mean, I've put some messages on with the youngins and that. The last couple of weeks, I've just not been up to even phoning in, and that's not me. It's just, as Robert said, I think everybody's mentioned this word toxic. I'm 76 and I've seen some lousy times at Ibrox. But this takes it, I think, to another level. Where this guy gets his recruitment from is beyond me. And whoever's coaching him, if they've got a defence coach, he needs a kick in the goalies. Because it's they're all over the place. But every time it's the same old. And I don't see it getting any better, guys, because whatever we've got there the new, we're stuck with us. So I'm lost for words, and I bet you're in the same boat.
You're right, Davey. And recruitment, that's obviously where Kevin Felwell's getting a bit of the stick and a lot of anger, because he's the director of football. He's the one that identifies players. I mean, it's all a collective these days when it comes to transfers. It's not just one single person. It's a whole team collective. But when the team isn't performing, that's on the manager and their tactics. But then you look at the players and the quality they bring, that comes back to recruitment. So it all comes hand in hand. And then you're pointing about a defence coach. One of the coaches is Mike Williamson, an ex-defender. Russell Martin, ex-defender. It's bizarre that defence is our main problem. But as is scoring goals, we're not creating enough. Albert?
Oh, I mean, everything you say is spot on. Just to touch on the transfer bit and where they're coming from. I like to try and be fair. When I can throw them a lifeline and give them a bit of help with a positive spin on it, I try to do it. And the only thing I can say about the recruitment with Thelwell, and I'm most saying he's the right guy, but it's the timing, mate. He had a lot of players to turn over in a short period of time. And what he done and what he said in his interview, if he's caught it, was that I had all these players to change out, so I shopped in the market. I knew the players, some of the players within that market, and I get a chance to bring them into Rangers, and thought we can do that short term, right? Bring them in maybe 1-2 year to turn them over. By that time, you should have had a settled squad, something like you're only going to turn over 4 players a year, and then just keep doing it, and then the trade models up and running. That's what he was looking today. What actually happened is the ones he's brought in, no many of them have performed yet, mate. No many of them have performed, if any, to what they're supposedly capable of. So he never had the time to scout anybody because of the time scale. He was in 1 minute and he had all these transfers to sort out. And you're talking about 32 players in total, 14 in, 18 out. That's what he had today. So to throw him some sort of crumb of help here in recognition of the problems he had in front of him, I'll give him that. Now the recruitment, what he brought in is fair enough. It's no good enough. I'm not even trying to say that is good enough. Now is come this windy, next windy, and the windy after. That's when he's really going to get tested. Now this is when you're really going to see, right, what has you got about yourself? The signing of Chamel for the money reportedly that he cost, I don't know where that came from, mate. I really don't know where that one came from, because he had time then. He'd got 6 weeks to 2 months then, and then he brings him in at £10 million, reportedly £8 to £10 million. How much it actually is, I don't know, mate. I don't think we'll ever know, because it's not a secret now. Everything's a secret. But so that one, I don't know. But the rest of them, as a girl, he needs to get the finger out of that. But he looks to be walking about in that park with that haircut if he's on the blow. He's really, it's all right, chaps. Everything will be all right. You need to run, son. Oh, do you? That wasn't in my contract. Anyway, then you look at the wee boy right back. What's his name? We get Arms. I mean, disaster. Jigger, disaster. I mean, what?
Oh, Bear.
Yep.
I never knew you'd done impressions. Oh, I'll need to get you there a couple of next time I see you, though. See if you can do like Alec or something like that. Maybe you could do Ox. He always says, you've got that's Ox. Brilliant. That was good. But I was just going to jump in there and I was going to say, you're talking about another window coming up and things like that. Do you think he'll be here when you get another window opens?
Oh, well, I don't know, mate. I don't know anything anymore. I don't know what the owners are thinking. All I do know is your man's face was like thunder. Kavanagh's face was like thunder when if you looked at it on Thursday. He was raging. But what he was raging at, I'm not quite sure. He might have been raging at the players. He might have been raging at the fans. I don't know. I don't know what he was. But he was raging about something, as we all were, because we walk in with a 1-0 defeat of a bang average European team. If they were in our league, by the way, they'd be competing for the league. Let's not kid ourselves on. But the bang average European team, and they walked away with a victory that was very, very, very easy for them. So I don't know if I was going to be here, mate. I don't know if anybody's going to be here at this rate, because there's no many at Ibrox at the moment doing their job that we can see well. We don't know about Stuart and what he's doing in the background, because the spreadsheets and the balance sheets at the end of the season will tell you about him, if he's grew the club and we're getting sponsors and blah, 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 all the rest of it. Thelwell will be a trading model. If he starts trading these players and getting profits and getting us enough money to go and trade up and things like that, and then your Martin's simply results, mate. And he is definitely not getting results. That's plenty to see for everybody. His jacket's on a shaky nail right now. In fact, the nail should be away. He shouldn't have his jacket hung up anywhere.
Interesting you mentioned Martin there, Albert, because we can actually hear from Russell Martin ahead of today's game at Livingston. So stick yourselves on mute and let's hear from Russell Martin.
Russell, it's back to the Scottish Premiership today. How's preparations been with the squad ahead of this one?
It's been good. I've enjoyed it. The players have been great since Thursday night. Heavily involved in the process of trying to improve for today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they produce.
You've made 3 changes today. Barron, Antman and Miofsky are in. Can you talk us through your team? Well,
I think I've liked Ollie and Connor when they've both been on the pitch. Boyan scored last week, and we have to rotate him and Yusuf a bit whilst they're picking up their fitness and getting up to speed with what we want. I thought Yusuf did brilliantly midweek. First time he's played a lot of minutes. So we have a very tired Yusuf over the last couple of days, but he's ready to really make an impact today. And Boyan will come in and hopefully pick up where he left off against Hibs.
In the last few weeks, what have you maybe been able to learn about your team that you want to see today?
I've loved the togetherness and the spirit of the group that's growing all the time, how hard they work. how much they're really understanding what we want and what's going to be really important to us, and they'll have to put that on the pitch.
Yeah, what does that look like for you today?
Well, it looks like a performance that's dominant, with courage, with aggression, with running, willingness to run and sprint for each other and fight, and I hope they'll do all of that.
What challenge do you think Livingston will pose?
Yeah, they're tough to play against, organised, strong, powerful, good at set pieces, but we're aware of that. We do a lot of work on the opposition, but it has to be about us today. It has to be about what we want to turn the game into, and if the guys trust each other and trust the work and keep building the spirit they've got, we can have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Russell. Good luck.
Cheers for that, Fox. Albert, it's almost like you could probably just play his interview for about 5 weeks on repeat. It's the same stuff that he answers. And again, I don't know if you picked up on it, mate, but he sounds as hopeful of something happening as we are. And also, when he was asked about what does that performance look like today, see that for an answer, short and sweet, a win. That's all I was looking for. No running, no this, no that. Go and win. Albert, then Davy.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, you're 100% right. But I'll tell you something. He's enjoying it. He keeps saying that. I'm enjoying it. How was your week this? But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. Well, I wish he'd let us enjoy it. Why does he not train at Ibrox and open the gates at Ibrox and let us in to see the training? Because he seems to be enjoying it a lot. I think we should be able to enjoy it because they're certainly not enjoying the games and the football he's actually producing in the Saturdays, Sundays. So I want Ibrox open, train at my Ibrox and let us sit in the stands and enjoy what he's enjoying. Because at the end of the day, he's talking total and utter mince, mate. Total mince. The man is a clown. He's a total clown, mate. And if he doesn't start getting results, he'll be away anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just if. It's no if, it's when. He's going. He's definitely going. Because he's thinking they've got a couple of wee results, then maybe a wee draw, and anyway, but the crowd will start coming and see what we're trying to do. No, we've had enough. We've had enough of it. We've seen it too many years. We know garbage when we see it. We know bullshit when we hear it, mate. And that's, sorry for swearing, but that's the facts of life, mate. We're not doing it.
Actually, you got to hear in part one.
Oh, I'm getting sent off today, mate. If we don't win this game, come back on to part two. I'm getting sent off.
Davey, what's your thoughts on that? Again, as I said, it seems to be the same drivel we're hearing.
Yeah, I got a yellow card a wee while back, but it was a Sunday after VAR viewed it. There was a young guy, Glenn, on the chat there, and he summed it right up. And he says he's a car salesman who could sell you a car with no engine. That sums it all up. There's no words can describe this guy. He's delusional. There's one. That's all I can come up with, guys. Sorry, Robert, that's it.
No, mate, that show's all about opinions. That's yours, and I'm sure you're not alone with that. We're reaching that time in the show anyway, so last word from yourself, Davey. Good to hear from you, mate.
Aye, well, I always get into every game looking for a Rangers one, and nothing's going to change the day. But it is one of those scenarios at the moment where that doesn't look funny. But I'm confident the day will win. I really am. And if we don't, well, we march on and we don't surrender. Okay, guys, I'll catch you later. See you later, Albert.
See you later,
David,
Paul.
take care, mate. Albert, last word from yourself, mate.
That was a real way of saying no surrender for David. There is not going to be surrender, mate. We don't do no surrender. We do complaining, we do jumping up and down, but we don't surrender, mate. It's not happening. We're all Rangers supporters, and that's the way it's going to be. And we want a victory today. And I'm not asking for the world, mate. We're just asking, get a victory today and stop mincing us about and talking crap. Time for talking's done. It's all about action now, mate. And I don't care how they do it, get the victory. And we keep saying that and all, but that never seems to happen. Anyway, one of the Rangers.
Cheers, mate. Can I thank yourself for doing the show? Carl and Davey for phoning in and joining us in part one. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. And hopefully, I keep saying the word hopefully, we'll have something more positive to talk about. Try and enjoy the game, and we'll speak to you later. Take it away, Mr. Fox.
for